Hi, I'm Richard Cooper with JRZ Logistics. I'm a line haul contractor out of the San Francisco Bay Area. We're a small operation, just running 5 trucks. I got into line haul as a transition from the P&D side of FedEx. Had a P&D business for a little over 3 years and sold that and transitioned into line haul. Line haul, a little less than a year. FedEx since 2012. The experience in line haul has been a nice transition. P&D is much more demanding of your time, a lot more stress points. Line haul is a little bit easier to manage. You're dealing with more professional drivers and staff. And the biggest challenges, if you will, I find with line haul is just managing relationships and kind of the behind the scenes stuff with FedEx and the offices. When I was researching the line haul side of the FedEx business, Tim had been producing a bunch of webinars, and I'm a big believer in gather as much information on something as you can so you make the smartest choice. And he was just a wealth of knowledge. I ended up reaching out and speaking with Tim, and he was really helpful in helping me kind of get a grasp of where I want to go and what I wanted to find in line haul. And I engaged with him and his service and the staff of myGroundForce even before I entered into the space. Not from a consulting side, but I knew I was going to implement the services of myGroundForce immediately upon getting into the business. Even though I'm a smaller operation, the package is quite robust, and maybe it was a little more than I even needed as a new contractor being small, but I wanted to have systems in place for growth to make sure that I was in the best position to run a successful business moving forward. I used myGroundForce right from day one. It's definitely, the concepts behind the product that myGroundForce offers help me focus on areas that I may not have been ready to focus on early on. Things like fuel management and trucks and how I was going to renew my fleet and the best steps and processes to finding the right trucks, the ability to focus on fuel management and such. Well, I think as contractors, as business people, we always have to be embracing change. Our job and our businesses are constantly in change, and you need to put systems in place and use technology to help guide you into running a better business, making better decisions. If you're going to grow and expand as a business, you're ultimately going to need resources outside of your own capabilities. You're going to need to find systems and people that are strong in areas that you may not be. So using a product like myGroundForce and the AI aspect of it just helps you pull that data quickly that you would otherwise spend hours on, and simplify your job, allow you to focus on key components of making your business better. As I grow as a company from the small organization I am now and grow larger, myGroundForce is going to be an intricate and important tool to help me manage that business without having to invest a lot in staffing and putting other systems in place, because it is a very robust package of data that I'm able to get. The support staff that myGroundForce has is extremely knowledgeable and very quick to respond to any inquiries I have. I want to thank Tim and his people, myGroundForce. They definitely helped make the transition from P&D into line haul a much smoother and more educated experience for myself.